What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video here on the Pro Sports Extra YouTube channel. I'm your host, Treadstone. Do me a favor, if you enjoy this at all, click the like button, click subscribe, and if you see that little bell down there, click that and you'll be notified whenever we post new videos. I truly appreciate it. Today we got another really sad story of police brutality. A story that involves a guy named Daniel Prude, who was killed by police 164 days ago, and we're just finding out about this. There's body cam footage that has finally been released, and it's disgusting. Daniel Prude, for what we know so far about this entire case, just about everything's out, right? We see the body cam footage, and if you want to see the body cam footage, there's a link in the description, so go click that. I'm just going to take you through what happened that night. So Daniel Prude is from Chicago, but he was visiting family in Rochester, New York, when his brother realized that he was having a mental breakdown. Prude was naked when officers arrived. His brother called the cops because he was having a mental breakdown. Officers were called by a family member that reported Prude was having mental breakdowns. The officer reportedly put a hood, the white hood, it's like a little bag, over Prude because Prude was spitting at them. As the officers walked up to the scene, Prude right away dropped to the ground, put his hands behind his back, was comprehending with everything the officers were saying, and clearly just having a mental breakdown. Just a sad story. When officers were arresting him, Prude was spitting at them after a while, after he was already handcuffed. He was spitting at them, laying there naked. It was cold out. There was a little snow coming down. Mind you, this was 164 days ago. And Prude was laying there on the ground, and officers came and put the hood over him. And then a few more minutes pass. Obviously, Prude can't really see out of that. And officer came up and shoved him into the ground, hitting his head off the pavement. And after a few minutes, Prude could barely breathe anymore, and Prude could be heard saying, "They're trying to kill me," and literally that is what they did. You can hear Daniel Prude's last breath in a video that we're uploading now. It's really sad. The officer touches Prude's head as he's already taken his last breath, saying like, "Hey, are you okay?" He says. Doesn't answer back. Prude doesn't say anything. He's already dead, right? Just about. And he's sitting there and he's like on Prude still, and Prude doesn't reply. A few more minutes pass, and finally they end up turning him over, realizing he's dying, and try to save his life. But at this point, EMT is already arriving, and when the EMT got there to try and give chest exercises to try and keep him alive, the police didn't know where the fucking key was. They couldn't find the key for the handcuffs. So they had to try and save his life in an awkward position after a couple minutes. Finally, they found the keys. They were able to take the handcuffs off. But, them couple minutes are really crucial. And, the EMTs were just kind of sitting around for a little bit, not really doing anything. My question is, in instances like this, when a man calls, and literally the brother said that when the officers arrived, they went to the house first. And his brother told officers, "Please don't kill my brother. He's just having a mental breakdown. He needs help. Let's get him help right now." Minutes later, they return to tell him that they're taking him to the hospital because they put a bag on his head. Why in this case isn't a mental health professional called? It makes no sense to me. Why isn't a mental health professional called in an incident like this? They should be there instead of 7 officers. 7 officers at a scene of a man who's having a mental breakdown and he's running through the streets naked. 7 officers? And he was listening, comprehending right away? Why isn't there 1 or 2 officers and 1 or 2 mental health professionals going there? These mental health professionals know how to deal with these situations and not laugh at the man like a piece of crap coward like these officers did. Now, I thought I've seen police brutality before through these videos I've done. Today is one of the worst videos I've ever seen in my life. The EMT, after, realizing that the man died, told the police officers it's okay. Basically, it's okay. You did your job. You were obviously worried about this man and you were trying to detain him. The fucker was in handcuffs and not going anywhere. Just sickening. The EMT then says it's probably related to having PCP in your system that can cause, the heart and whatnot. I don't know. I'm not a medical expert. But the officer says, yeah, I know that could happen. When is this going to stop? You have a badge. Does that mean that much? That you just can take people's lives like that? You have a man detained. Get him in the police car. Why are you applying so much pressure? Oh, because he's kind of moving around, skirming around. The man ended up dying and you're still applying pressure and you know he's dead because he's not replying to you. And you say, the officer ends up saying he's puking. And he still applies pressure. He's puking. He's puking because he's dying. Daniel Prude was in the hospital for 7 more days and then he ended up passing away. 7 days later, he passes away. Imagine if these EMTs and these officers would have acted quicker. Imagine if the officers wouldn't have lost. I just spit just now because I'm getting so freaking pissed with this. Why are people losing their lives like this? Why? The man didn't have a gun on him. He wasn't a threat to officers. Why? Because he was spitting. You thought the coronavirus was such a threat that you were going to kill the fucking man? 7 officers. 7 of them sat around and watched a couple officers kill 1 man. Mental health call and you laugh at the guy. If he has mental health issues, he needs a mental health expert there, not a police officer. This is why people say defund the police. This is sickening. I'm sick of watching these videos and I demand justice for Daniel Prude. This is gross. 164 days later and we finally get to see the video. 164 days. Release the tapes right away, officers. To the people in charge. 1, make body cams on every officer. Make it a law that every officer must have a body cam on. Is it that hard? 2, make it a law where the body cam footage must be released within 7 days. Because it's not right to see it 164 days later when the family still doesn't have answers. This is sickening. I'm sick of watching this. I'm sick of having to look at this. This is gross. I can't believe that this is happening in 2020 with police brutality and just blatant either ignorance, racism, whatever it is. This is gross. The officers, all 7 of them, their names are right here. All you guys suck. Click the like button. Click subscribe for more videos. I'll see you in the next one. This is disgusting. Peace.